Welcome to the Bread Box and welcome to my 7 Commodore videos in 7 days challenge. And today our first video is how to load difficult games or demos on the C64. And we're going to use the Star Wars demo as an example. So don't forget to subscribe and watch out for my next video tomorrow. Thank you very much also to the 500 subscribers I now have. You guys totally rock. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And also, if you feel really keen about supporting me, if you want to help me to make these videos, you can always support me on Patreon. If I get to 100 Patreons, I'll be going full-time, making 2 to 3 Commodore videos a week. And if I get 1,000 Patreons, I'll be opening up a brick-and-mortar Commodore museum here in New Zealand. So I tried to get the Star Wars demo from Sensor Design working on the C64. Couldn't get it working. So these are the steps I took to get it working. This will work with other demos and games that are hard to load. So first of all, I loaded the file into the disk drive. And now I did a little bit of a cheat. I used the auto load to try and load the demo. And here's what happened. It came up this error and my whole C64 actually locked up. So I'm going to reset the C64 and then we'll try another solution that I tried. So I'll go back into the media library and instead of trying to load it with the autoloader, I'm going to do the proper way, the classic way. So I'm going to load star, comma 8, comma 1. Yep, looks good so far. Press run, same problem. And again, the C64 locks up. So I'm going to restart it again, or reset it. I'll show you what I did next. So to help some games to load, you can disable the fast loader, and you do this by pressing C or the third button on your joystick. So I'm going to get out of here and go into the classic mode and try and load it this time. Now, even though this can sometimes work apparently with some programs and some games, as you can see, it didn't work with this one. So my computer's locked up again. Going to restart it again, and now the next step. So we'll go back into the media library again, and this time I'm going to eject that file from the disk drive, or eject that demo from the disk drive. And what I'm going to do is load a new file. But as you can see, it's the same game or same demo, but I've added a flag at the end, _ADRO. So if we look at our user manual on page 58, it explains what those flags mean. And just so you know, you have to do this adjustment on your computer before you put it into the 64. Okay, so this AD enables accurate disk mode. It's a slower method of loading and helps programs that are a bit problematic to load. And the flag RO sets the disk to a read-only, and this sometimes can also help with problematic programs. And as I mentioned, you put these flags into the file name on your PC before you put your USB stick into the C64. So just as a bit of an update, you can add these flags at the end of the file name, but before the extension. So for example, we've got here Bruce Lee _AD.D64. But also you can add additional flags, like I have in another example here, Bruce Lee _AD RO.D64. So now that I've adjusted those names, press auto load, or the classic way of course, and sit back, now relax and enjoy the Star Wars demo from Sensor Design, and I'll see you tomorrow.